Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Phone or what?
Yep, doing a live stream. So what's up?
Oh, just that. You get hot water with the thing. That's what I was trying that I found there.
So, how's everybody's Sunday going? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking me. So, do we have anybody who is from another place in the world? Indianapolis. All right. Illinois. All right, Joe, where is that? Griffin Crest from Illinois. All right. England. All right. From across the pond. Nice. So I can. Can't get. Nice, nice. "25 minutes from Peoria, Illinois. Small people called Princeville about hunts." Wow. Nice, nice, nice. Connor, hello. Nothing wrong with spending time with nothing wrong with spending time with that. What's wrong with that? Yeah, it'd be nice if you could spend time with both people, male and female. Hello, Brent. See if you can get on the camera with me, bro. Church was good. First time actually we had church in about 5 months. We got to meet. We got to see each other. So that was very good. Um, all right, Brent, there you go, buddy. There's the link. Click on the link and let's get going. Bishop M.A. Hunt. No, I haven't heard of that. Okay, well, Connor, you just need to calm down then, buddy. So, Brent, buddy, is this you down here?
Hi, Travis. Hey, bud.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. How's your day been?
Been very good, very good. Wait, hold on. Let me add one more to. Let me add my other friend here. Hold on. Brent,
Hey, yo, what up, though?
what's up, man? How's
Yo,
it
Brent.
going?
Man, it's going beautiful, brother. You
I
know,
know that's right.
life is beautiful. The day is beautiful. And like I
Yeah,
like to tell everybody, even if we go to heaven tonight, life is still beautiful. You
yeah.
know, it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You know, Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. But
Man, yes.
yeah, no, man. I think it's great that y'all got to go to church. When I saw that on your Instagram account, and by the way, if y'all are not following Mr. Travis on Instagram, man, you should. You got some beautiful content on there.
That's right.
But when I saw your posting though of church, and I'm like, yeah, I can't wait till my church gets to that level.
Oh,
You
really?
know?
Are you guys still in the actual lockdown?
Yeah, we're not fully locked down. We had like here in Illinois, there's like a 4-step process.
Okay.
So, but most of my congregation is elderly. So
That's
our
why. That's
pastor is making sure that things are super okay because we have too many high risk
right,
members.
right, right. Yeah,
So
like for us, we have over about 2,700 people in our church, and so basically, the pastor has to figure out what's the best way to actually go about this without trying to get too many of the older people in there, and without getting them, sick with the virus.
yes,
So
correct.
so we had our first outdoor full Sunday meeting this morning. We had about 200 people show up, and they were all scattered around the backside of the parking lot, which was actually, I think the pastor did that on purpose so that he could preach to the houses that were actually behind the church as well, so he basically had the mic turn all the way up. If you know
Oh no, that's good, man, because the
if you know what
church,
I'm talking
the
about, bro.
community should be involving the community,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what church is about, is fellowship.
Yep.
It's not about the building, it's about
It's
the
about people.
fellowship in the community coming together to, worship our Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
buddy. So I like that he put it up loud because, those folks, sometimes, I don't know about your particular church, but the particular location of my personal church
Mm-hmm.
is like in one of the worst neighborhoods.
Mm.
Last year it was considered, which I don't fully understand, but I do when I look at the numbers and the way they calculated it. But it's considered the most dangerous block in America.
Mm.
Um, Last year, not this year. But the thing is a lot of the community is not involved in the church itself.
Yeah.
The only time they come to our church and are involved is if we do something for them.
Mm-hmm.
But like on the regular Sunday service, they don't
Yeah.
have nothing to do with the church itself.
Wow.
Only
So
during the community events and stuff.
so it sounds like some of the people just want to go there so that they can get whatever they can get and then leave,
Correct.
in a sense. Yeah, well, that's not
So
our church is like full out there. We're in the community. We have we have like over like 30 or 40 different small side things that we do during the week. There's choir, worship,
right.
small groups, whatever. I mean,
I mean, we
I mean,
we have we have a lot of that too. But
mm-hmm,
I mean, I just mean like just the people that live around the church are not
mm-hmm,
involved. They used to
yeah,
be like our church used to be like a 500 membership church,
mm-hmm,
but uh, unfortunately, the city I live in, a lot of the people believe, and I believe this to be true around a lot of America, but they don't believe to go to church. They believe if they believe in God,
yeah,
then they're saved. That's it. They don't got to go worship God. They don't got to learn anything about the Bible. They're
mm-hmm,
good because they believe in God.
hmm,
But my church does do a lot of what's it called? Missionary work
yeah,
in
yeah,
Ethiopia, actually.
mm.
So, but but in our own community, I don't know. Have you ever heard of Coats for Kids? I don't know if they got that in your state.
Coats for kids. I know that's something that I hear. Like I know that I hear it a little bit around Christmas time. So like on like the evening
Yes,
news.
correct. It's always around Christmas.
That's exactly what I hear. Yeah.
Um, but my bad about that. Hold on, let me put my phone here like this.
Oh, there
There
you
we
are. I see it better now.
go. Yes, sir. Well, see, you gotta hold your what I learned with the phones. If you do it on the phone, you gotta hold it horizontal,
Yeah.
landscape mode for it to be like full screen.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is it is always during the winter time,
Uh-huh.
but my church is involved in that. They're always involved. Like before I started working these different shift hours,
Uh-huh.
I used to go to a couple different local pantries and
Uh-huh.
help like serve lunch and stuff like that. But it was always through the church. Like we would we'd bring the food, cook the food, and then serve the food. And then we did a lot of different things like that. But I don't know. I just it's kind of weird because a lot of the younger folks, their grandparents still go to our church, but their parents and them, they just don't really go too much no more.
Mm.
So, but yeah. Owen B said hello to you, Mr. Travis. What up with your
Ah.
Owen B? I don't know who that is, but what's up,
Oh.
man?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, you
Well.
did say hello. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. My bad.
Yeah. 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 I tried doing a live stream on Instagram yesterday, but that didn't turn out too well. I was
Nah,
like, I'm getting off a live stream
I
for
ain't
the.
never tried live really on Instagram. Just one
Well.
time when my wife was live.
Hmm.
I put her on the live stream of
Yeah.
Instagram.
Well, I know sometimes I do like if I do a live stream on YouTube, I also stream it on. I do a live stream on like TikTok and then on Instagram. So I use my TikTok for my iPad and then my Instagram for my iPhone. So I have like three different things going at the same time. It's
Same time.
like ah,
Yeah, that's a lot, brother. That's a
it
lot
is.
right there.
Yeah, I
That's a lot.
mean, well, ever since I put my three, well, no, well, ever since I put my Instagram video out there on TikTok, I went from like 771 followers to 991 followers. So
Oh wow.
I'm almost at like 1,000.
Okay. What?
So
How is TikTok, man? Because I ain't never done TikTok. It
it's getting kind of good, I guess, but it's sort of liberal, I guess, on the left.
right? Because I know the states was talking about they're thinking about banning TikTok
Yeah, yeah, and so
because of the whole Chinese
yeah,
platform and this, that, and the third, and the conspiracies out there with
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah. I put on there that I do support our current president, and man, I got hammered.
I bet you did, man.
I got
It
I
seems
got
like
I got hammered.
well, it seems like a lot of older men are all for our current president, but a lot of younger people,
Yeah,
yeah, nah,
yeah. Well, the
they hate
problem
him.
is, if you think about it, most of these are 15, 16, 17-year-olds, and they haven't voted yet.
Yeah, that
And
and 20-year-olds.
yeah,
But it looks
Yeah.
like let's see. Looks like you just got another subscriber, Brent. Someone
Who
from
that?
named Griffin
Oh,
Griffin.
okay. What
Some
up,
person.
Griffin?
yeah, some guy named Griffin.
All right, all right. You know how to give people jackets or nah?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna have to ask my wife because I don't either. I'm still a rookie in this LS business, but she a pro. Because if we could give these people jackets, they could drop their links,
Yeah.
and that'd be love. Let me ask her real quick.
All right.
My love, how do we give jackets on LS?
Hey, you know what? Ask her to actually join our lovely live stream if she's able.
Uh, I was just about to say she's at work right now, so
Oh, darn. Okay.
yeah, she can't join at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause,
she got. Let me see. It's what 2:15 here in Rockford, Chicago. So
yeah.
that means
Well,
it's 3 a.m. in the Philippines right
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
3:15.
yeah. Because let's see, here in North Carolina, it is 3:15 p.m. here, where it's 3:15 a.m. over there. So it's a
Correct.
12-hour
So
difference.
whatever time it is there, you just reverse that PM to AM or the AM to PM.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
Much easier for you to tell the difference.
I know.
You
Yeah, it's
only
like,
got a 12,
oh.
12-hour differences for I got a 13-hour difference. Cause to the people viewing right now, you know, I like my man's here, Travis, my brother. I
Hmm.
also have my wife is in the Philippines. I'm in an LDR relationship.
There you
Have
go.
been going on 4 years. And it's a beautiful thing.
It
I mean,
is.
I went two years not seeing my wife to spending 2 months with my wife.
Mm.
And then now we've been away for a year again. But it's all good. In
Yeah,
God's timing, we'll be back together again.
I know that's right. Yeah, because it's
So,
been since, let's see, last saw my fiance in 2018. Spent like
yes.
spent like 2 weeks with her, and I was supposed to go back in. Yeah, I was supposed to go last month and spend like almost a full month there. But with
Mm.
this virus thing, that kind of messed up everything.
Yeah, it did, man. It upset me too because I was supposed to go spend about 3 weeks. I
Hmm.
almost thought about making it hold on, let me stay. I thought about making it extending it to a month because
Hmm.
right now I'm very lucky in this sense.
Hmm.
The job position I'm in with the security company I work for is I'm a fill-in officer. So I only
Mm.
have to work like one day every 2 months. So like
Wow.
whenever they hand me a schedule, they ask me if these days work and I say yes or no. And so basically I don't gotta work. And that's how I was able to go for the 2 months to the Philippines last year when my wife and I got married.
Mm. Now that's nice.
So yeah,
Now,
that
now, that'd be like a dream job. Like you only work for like one day, but hey,
yeah,
then I'm off for like the next 2 or 3 months. Give me a call when you're ready.
yeah, man. And I mean, you only get well, I still don't got vacation with them because technically, being the filling officer, this is the downfalls. You don't get insurance and you don't
Oh,
get paid vacation
oh,
because
now,
you can refuse time. So therefore, if you were considered full time, which would be like a flex, which is equivalent to what I do, but they get paid a little bit more and everything their schedule, they'll get their schedule, but they can't refuse any of it. They have to work
mm,
it. But they get 3 weeks paid vacation and they get health benefits and all that. So that's
right.
the thing that I'm sacrificing in order to have. But it's cool because, my ultimate goal is to start my own business. So it gives me more time to focus on those aspects
Hmm.
and, you know,
Yeah.
so
Well, like I know, like for me, my job, we got our vacation form that we're supposed to fill out back in January, and I'm the only one that still hasn't filled it out yet, because I was supposed to go to the Philippines, and
right.
so but basically, I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to go over there this year. I mean, if not, then I'll just go ahead and just fill out my vacation for the rest of the year and then
Right.
start it all over again in January. But
Well, do y'all get to roll over vacation or not?
no, no, that's one thing I
No.
wish we did, though. I wish we did because I've got 20 days of vacation I got to use for the end of the year.
Okay, okay.
I mean, if they could,
I
if
mean,
they could, I
hopefully
mean,
they do lift the travel ban because from my understanding right now, You got the quarantine,
Yeah, that's
but
that.
but not only that, most of the Philippines, because it depending on the province you're going to,
Hmm.
in the part, uh, they're only allowing family to come, and it has to be for emergencies only.
Yeah,
Like a family member is dying or something.
yeah,
Otherwise, they ain't letting you go into that province.
yep,
So,
yep.
and my sister-in-law is there in Manila right now.
Hmm.
She been living in Manila, and she was telling me that it's getting pretty bad. Like one of her neighbors just caught COVID and had to go to the hospital and everything.
Mm.
And she was seeing like dead bodies and stuff. It was pretty
Mm.
terrible there in Manila. Like Manila's been in a complete lockdown, and they have not can't lifted up that
Oh
lockdown
yeah,
yet.
I know. Yeah, I
So
know. I think the president is. I think he's just waiting on too many things. I think he's more for the China thing, and he's waiting for a vaccine. But if you think about it, vaccines take years to go,
right,
years to make. I mean, so
yeah,
there's
it
no
could.
sense in him shutting down the country. He should just open up the country and let people come in. Period.
I feel I have a little mixed feeling. I feel yes and no. I feel like they should open it up, but I feel in the sense of opening it up, they should have like extensive questions, and not only extensive questions, but they got the test that you could take right then and there. So,
Yeah,
just have these individuals take the test
yeah,
right then and there, and they can get those tests where you can get the results in like an hour or something, like
yeah.
where it's
I
almost
yeah,
instant.
yeah. I think that would be a
Have
whole lot
like
easier.
a quarantine airport or something.
Yeah, I mean that would be easier. I mean, if you landed in the Philippines, you get there, you take the test, they give you back the results in an hour, and then if it comes back negative, you can go anywhere you want to go in the Philippines. And
Yes,
then
but
I mean,
I do
and then
want to say
basically,
this real quick. Thank you to the 5 million in the house. We appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, thank you for showing up.
hmm,
I just want to keep these people rolling, man.
oh yeah.
Show you the love, brother. We need them to show you the love. I'm gonna ask. Hold on. We got. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Uh, but what was we talking about? I'm sorry. I get
Oh
distracted easy
yeah,
sometimes.
no, we were talking about the way that the Philippines should actually handle the whole quarantine thing. Like if you
Yeah,
came in, so like
I feel
if I came
that
in,
should be the Philippines and America.
well,
Feel
yeah,
both.
yeah. I think like if I went to the Philippines right now, I'd fly in, they give the test and give me the results in within an hour, and then if it comes back negative, they just give me a piece of paper and a stamp that says this guy's been tested, he's negative. He can
Hmm.
go to basically wherever he needs to go, and then that way, when you get to wherever you're going, if you're going to another province,
Yeah,
you just show the people at the desk, here's the piece of paper. I've been tested already. I've shown it. I did the test. It came back negative, and they said I can go
correct.
to to say this certain area in the Philippines. I'm
Well,
good to
it's
go.
like I just put myself as an example because I'm gonna go off the stem of what you're saying is basically I feel the same saying that okay, I Brent can go to Baguio.
Hmm.
My wife lives here. This is my wife's. It would say my wife's name, her address, and that we promise to stay within this section of the Philippines. We're not gonna travel
Right.
anywhere else. We're not. We're gonna obey the different restrictions of the provinces, but this is the reason, like in your case, whatever the marriage, like, hey, I'm getting married, this, that, and the third. And
Hmm.
then, like, for me, it's, hey, I haven't seen my wife in a year.
Hmm.
Like, yo, I want to spend some quality time with my wife. It sucks. I wish I could be quarantined with my wife,
Oh
you
man,
know?
buddy, I agree right here. Come on, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, that's what I'm
Got you,
talking
brother.
about.
You know,
That's what
and
I'm talking about.
that's the part that kind of sucks. Like for our situation right now, like I can't go live over there because with the petition to bring my wife here, I have to. There's certain levels of financial levels I have to meet in order to bring her without a sponsor, like having somebody else saying, "Hey, I'll
Yeah.
sponsor him." You know, so I got to stay at that financial level where I'm really making money enough to stay off of food stamps and all that. You know,
Yeah.
because they'll disqualify you if you're at that minimum income considered poverty. Then you got to find somebody to sponsor you. You feel me? And I ain't
Yeah.
trying to go that route. So therefore, unfortunately, I have to be like an OFW, is how I put it.
Oh, yeah. That's an
Because
overseas Philippine worker.
yeah, correct. So I just look at it as like that. Like, shoot, I love the Philippines. I'm married to a Filipina, and I'm just abroad right now providing for our family.
Yep. Yeah. 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 I think that's what's gonna happen. That's gonna happen to me because I know how much I make a year.
Mm-hmm.
I make around 35,000 a year, and I know that probably that's considered probably maybe poverty to them to the U.S. But
Oh no, that you're qualified because you got to make in order to qualify for it. Under Obama's presidency, the cutoff was at 23,000, but then now with Trump's administration, it's 26,000. But again, I'm not a lawyer, so
yeah,
don't
that's
take
true.
my word as solid concrete.
Yeah, solid proof. Like, yeah, like, hey man, my friend Brent, man, he said basically all you need to do is make up 26K a year, you're good to
Yeah,
go. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We get a call back. Oh, I'm sorry, but
So,
it has to be over XYZ.
and I'm kind of curious if it varies because a lot of people like I'm gonna tell all the viewers right now like that's a false statement when they say you marry an American, you automatically a citizen.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
it's not
I
true.
agree.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's true.
true.
That is not true. Now, the
And
only thing that now hold on, let me.
go ahead.
Now, I did some research. Now, the only thing that is true is that if you and your wife were pregnant and she actually had a kid over there, and
Yes.
basically you were there for the birth and everything, your child automatically becomes a U.S. citizen.
Well, even if I'm not there though, it
Yeah,
still is.
yeah,
But there's still some hoops and loops you got to
loops.
do to
Right.
get your child verified as a legitimate citizen of the U.S. And not only that, you got to do it before they're 18.
Yeah, yeah. So like,
So
say like, if me and my wife were married, and she had the baby tomorrow, I would probably do
yes,
everything I could. Say like maybe an hour after the child was born to get the ball rolling.
correct.
I wouldn't
You would
wait.
have to.
I wouldn't wait. Till the child was like 17. Like, oh, I think I'll start now.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I'd be.
No. I mean, but sadly, there's people that do that because they don't understand. They think it's just like they think, oh, if I marry this person, they're automatically a citizen, and they think the same with their kid because what we're told here in America is, if you're born overseas, you're still considered a American citizen because your parent is an American citizen. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean it's true to a degree,
Yeah.
but the part they don't mention is, hey, you got to fill out this paperwork and do a process to legalize this legitimacy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. Yep. I mean,
and
that's like.
the only way you don't got to process stuff, from what I understand, to my knowledge, is if you were born on a military base across seas.
Okay.
That's where it's different, where you're just automatically a citizen. But in our cases, it's different because our partner is a citizen of another country and they're
Mhm.
not on a military base.
Right. Yeah. Like
So,
I know. Like as you talked about in one of your in your answer to actually questions about this whole stereotyping thing. I mean, it's sad how people stereotype. It's sad how people stereotype our type of lovely
Our relationships, LDRs.
exactly. It's like
You know, well, there's the two different LDRs, but mine and yours is the LDR where we started off LDR. We didn't meet each other, but we started off long distance because there wasn't a physical meet.
Yeah.
And then came the physical meet and then back to LDR.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that are stereotyped the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they always say, oh, you know, if you marry a Filipina, it's always this. She's in it for the money, and so the guy's in it for the sex, which can be true. I mean, there's a lot of stories that has been the case, but that's not a solid evidence. I mean,
correct. It's sad, and I feel bad for the Filipinos that has encountered the ugly side of some Americans where they were just there for the fun. And I feel sad for the Americans that experienced the actual gold digger Filipinos. You know, but those men in America and those females in the Philippines don't represent each country as a whole. It definitely does not represent you or I.
Exactly. I mean,
so
yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, and I said this before, and I think I said this in the Friday's ASMR video, that before you go over there, make sure you do your darn research.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean
that's the one that.
Yeah, I mean, there was this thing going on for, I think it was on one of the TV shows, 90 Day Fiance. I mean, it was big all over Instagram. The guy
you talking about Big Ed?
Oh gosh, yeah, what a jerk! I felt so
Big Ed and Rosemary.
Yeah, I felt so sorry for her, not him at all. I felt sorry for her.
We should do some reaction videos on Big Ed.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I felt so sorry for Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horrible. I'm sitting there watching these highlights. I'm going, dude, you don't go into the Philippines and say that to a Filipina. I mean, basically to actually insult her house, her family, her living conditions.
Yes. Well, there was a couple different things. I mean, I felt all those same things you just now said, but then in the same sense, I'm just like, the first thing if I was in his position, the very first thing I would have did, because like with her sister talking about some asking money like this and like that, don't tell Rosemary, you know. Okay, so if you really want to go there and marry her and you're going to do the 90-day fiance thing, go that route. That means you already respect her.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you're going to have that commitment and him talking about he's too scared to talk to her about it, that part I understand. Okay, I would be scared too, but you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yep.
And he should have, from the start, that very first night, he should have said and showed her, like, this is the message your sister sent to me. How would you like for us to handle this situation? You know? And then if she feels, I don't want you to do anything, I'll handle it, then let her handle it, you know? Because she knows the culture and she knows how to handle it. And that was the thing that really irritated me too. Because, you know, he said he sent about $5,000 worth of gifts.
Yeah.
And
well, the thing about it, those gifts,
that grill would never work in the Philippines for one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing about it, most of those gifts were not for her, but for him and his weird.
Correct.
Pleasure.
His thousand count thread sheets for his skin condition.
Yeah. Right.
And what I was thinking in my head was, like, bro, when he started slandering the house with the leaks and stuff, that I got instantly irritated to him.
Oh, I agree.
Because
that took me over the edge.
Bro, you're not in America.
Yeah.
You're
not in America.
In the Philippines. You need to respect their culture. And not only that, it's really not as bad as you're making it out to be. I've been there. I know. So I can say this for myself. I've been there.
Yep. I've been there too.
I've seen these kind of conditions. I've seen worse than these conditions. I've seen way better than these conditions. But you know what? I accept these conditions because this is the condition it's in. And not only that, I mean, actually, her house really was not that bad, bro.
No,
It was actually like pretty nice.
it was. And now,
So
and now, I mean, she's just been blowing up on social media. She has her
yeah,
own YouTube channel.
yeah, I
She
saw
has,
that her
she has
first
her own
two.
Instagram channel.
What was crazy is her first 2 days on YouTube, she had over ten
Like
thousand
millions.
subscribers.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
and
had 1 million views and over 10,000 subscribers. I do believe. Let me look it
yeah,
up. I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on. I'm
yeah,
curious. Let's look this up.
yeah,
Rosemary.
yeah.
I mean, what was the main thing that irritated? You know, something that really irritated me too about Big A when
What
he
was that?
was like when he said to her like, "I want you to take a STD test."
Yeah, that was like, oh my gosh.
I was like,
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Rosemary Vega. She has 500. Dude, I'm looking
"Yeah,
at the same thing right now.
yeah, brother." She
Ah!
had. Go ahead, say it, say it.
Yeah, she's got 556,000 subscribers,
Yeah, and she's
and
only had.
her first video 2 months ago,
Yeah.
3.1 million views.
And what's crazy is he's gotten so much media attention from this too. It's like, bro, he planned this. It's like
Oh yeah, he
you
planned it.
hear his story, like he used this to get himself successful.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, let's see. Rosemary Vega's
Oh,
posted
okay.
one, two,
Know how
three,
we can
four.
get hold on, I'm sorry. Let me interrupt you, brother.
All
The
right.
way we can give our people here jackets so they can drop their links and stuff is you
Mm-hmm.
click on their name
Uh-huh.
and you add monitor. You let them be a monitor. They can't control the LS, but they get a jacket that way.
Let's see here. See, so someone just commented. So this guy Owen B. So do I click on
Yes.
the? So do I click on his comment?
No, click on his name. And I do agree, OMB, he shouldn't expect anything to be like in America
Yeah.
if
Okay.
he's in a whole
All
nother
right.
country.
All right. I just clicked his name. It popped up on the bottom of my screen here.
Oh, okay. My wife just said actually open your account with your the account that you're logged into right now on another
Yeah.
device. Open that same account up and then click on his name and then add monitor.
So I can. Okay. Hold on.
I'll screenshot it so you can see.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do agree with the. Yeah. With that. I mean, yeah. I do agree with Owen B's comment about that. Big Ed, he couldn't understand that it's a third world country. I
Yeah,
mean,
really, you want to know how I feel about it, bro? I don't even think the Philippines is really a third world country. I give
I
them the
agree.
credit of being a second world country
I agree.
because actually and that's something that really irritates me. Like, okay, our projects and everything and how they look
Mm-hmm.
or have. Okay, well, because see, I grew up in the projects, 2 different projects actually,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking and my childhood living, and I'm looking at the Philippines living, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like beautiful, and yet, our project people are complaining like this and complaining like that. It is like, bruh, you guys got it made. I mean, the
Yeah.
government's paying for you to have this, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember when we lived there, our rent was like $15 because the government paid the rest. I mean, my
Nice.
mom had to go through a lot of stress and a lot
Uh-huh.
of different paperworks and had to keep up with this and keep up with that. It was like a full-time job, but still, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that was provided by the government. You look at the Philippines, their government doesn't do that. I'm not
That's
saying it's
true.
right or wrong. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying the situation for what it really is, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And we're spoiled here in America. So
Yeah.
spoiled. I just wish our fellow Americans would really understand how great they got it and quit
Yeah.
complaining.
Yeah. Well, I think that I tell people all the time, you can, if you want to experience life outside of America, go to another country.
Yeah.
Visit the Philippines for about a month. 30. Yeah. Go to the Philippines for about, say, 29 to 28, 29 days, and just experience that country, and then come back.
Yeah. Literally, legitimately. Even
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Because, I've
Yeah.
been to Mexico 7 times and there's so many similarities, and I think it's because of the Spanish ruling over the
Mm-hmm.
countries. But Mexicans and Filipinos have so much in common in their culture.
Mm-hmm.
So much. Even their living conditions are very, very similar.
Yeah. Well, if you think
So
about it, say like the names in the Philippines are not American last names; they're Spanish last names.
mm-hmm,
Because, like you said, the Spanish took over the Philippines.
correct.
I mean,
And see, that's what's kind of crazy. For my wife's part of the Philippines, believe it or not, Baguio. In case y'all don't know, my wife is from Baguio City.
yeah. Oh, and
It is in
hold
northern
on.
Luzon.
Okay, wait, hold on. And
Yes,
and,
sir.
and basically, for you watchers out there, my fiance is from Mindanao. She's from Dapa, Surigao del Norte, in the southern part of that area. So
Yes,
so
yes.
so basically, she speaks English, Arabic, Tagalog, and Visaya. So basically, she speaks 4 languages. So
Yes, yes. And
so
that's beautiful, man. You know?
and
You know?
of course for me, I am trying to learn more of the more of her language, and also just to show the people, yes, I am committed to the Philippines. See that Filipino
Yes,
flag
sir.
up there on the wall, buddy?
Yes, 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 sir. I see, I see,
Plus,
I see.
plus, I do have a Filipino keychain that says "I love the Philippines." And
Well, I got you about to make me go grab my Filipino flag still. I
hold
don't got
on,
none
look at this,
in
bro.
reach, but
I got Philippine flag on my phone.
oh yeah. I see you, brother.
You,
I see you, man.
you.
Well, hold on, wait. I'll get a little personal with this one here. This here,
Uh-huh.
not everybody can wear. It's
Mm.
from the Philippines too, but it's from the part of the Philippines that my wife's father is from. And
Mm.
hold on, wait 1 second. I'm sorry. Give me
Oh
1 second.
no, man, go ahead. Take your time. Let me answer some of these other questions.
Yes, yes. Actually, give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab my Philippine flag, but I want to explain this first. So, real quick, with this, it's in the shape of a uterus, a woman's uterus,
Hmm.
and you know, they it's a tribal thing, and whether it's bronze, silver, gold, or wooden has different meanings.
Hmm.
Anybody can wear the wooden one
Uh-huh.
because that's like just that doesn't necessarily mean you're in the tribe, but
Mm-hmm.
it means you know somebody that is in the tribe.
Hmm.
And then you have the bronze, which means you're just common. You're a
Hmm.
common tribe member. Then you
Yeah.
got silver, what means you have a little status within the tribe.
Sweet.
And then you got the gold, like a lot of my uncles have gold. Um, that means you're a high member in the tribe, like you're of authority within the tribe. And uh, in today's tourism, they sell them to the tourists, of course. Um, so it doesn't have that, like, really you could wear this if you wanted,
Uh-huh.
but for me personally, since I'm married to somebody that belongs to that tribe, uh, it does mean something to me, and that's why I got bronze because
Nice.
I am just a common member of the tribe now by marriage. And if you did marry into the tribe back when it did mean all the things that it means, um, that person that was not in part of the tribe that married into the tribe would get bronze.
Hmm.
So,
All right. Let me go. Let me go plug up my phone real quick, and I'll be right back.
all right, all right. I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab what I want to grab real quick. Hold on. Let me see here. Turn back to this. All 5,000 of y'all in the house. Appreciate y'all for coming to Travis's LS. Um, I will be back. He went to charge his phone. I'm about to go grab something and go to the restroom real fast. So please don't leave. All right.
All right, everybody. I'm back. There it is, folks. Show that I do love the Philippines right there. Turn it this way so that you guys can see it. There you go. Yes, I do drive a Honda. Hello, Jackson Weber. How are you doing? Down there in the comments section.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, just to show you.
Oh, I
There's my
forgot.
kid.
Tag good. I forgot to grab my stuff. My auntie
Ah,
distracted me. But I
there you
like it,
go.
man. I like it.
Hey, there's the love right there.
Hey, hey, hey. The Philippines is love. It's nothing but love.
Oh, you ain't,
You know,
man. You got that right.
it's even like my father when he came to the Philippines last year for his first time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he he was kind of skeptical. He wasn't quite sure. Like I still remember him saying, "The Philippines? Why would you want to go to the Philippines?" Back in 2016, before I even knew my wife.
Uh-huh.
And
Same
he
same
was
thing
like,
same thing with me. I was like,
"Yeah,
yeah, I got a little yeah, I mean some people didn't like the fact that I was gonna go to the Philippines. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm a full-fledged adult. I went there by myself.
yeah." And even like when I went to Mexico for the first time, or to some of these other countries I've been to. But when I took my father there, he was like, he fell in love with the country. And even
Mm.
on his vehicle, like your keychain, he
Uh-huh.
has Philippine stickers now on his vehicle to show love to the Philippines. He has a hat that says "I love Baguio" that he wears in the
Mm.
summertime all the time. So yeah,
There
and
you
now
go.
he's considering to, and I'm encouraging him to do it too. But he is considering he'll be at retirement age in 2 years.
Okay.
and he is considering to retire to the Philippines.
There
And
you go.
you know, me and my wife's family are like, yeah, Dad, you should do it. Let's get it. You know.
There you go. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it's like he said, he wouldn't have to deal with all the BS that he deals with here in America. You know.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
he and not
I
only
do.
that though, to be fair about it, because I mean I do love America to it. I love America. I'm
Mm-hmm.
from America, but he does live in the hood, so that
Yeah.
doesn't help. You
Yeah.
know, he hears gunshots every night.
Oh,
He
here, here.
so and he has like one of his neighbors probably overdoses once a month. So he
Mm,
has the ambulance and fire truck across the street like once a month.
mm.
He sees the jump boys rushing past his house all the time. His car has probably been hit by a drunk driver 5 times.
Oh man.
That's why he don't park his Corvette on the street. He
Oh,
only parks his truck.
yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't park the Corvette out on the street.
So, but I mean, it's not a fancy one. It's an older Corvette, So, but
Hey, you know what? A
he
car's a
worked
car.
hard for it. See,
I mean, a car's a car. I mean, if you, as long as you get you point A to point B,
Mm-hmm.
and you take care and you take it in for your oil change and rotate the tires and keep the filters clean, you're good to go.
Out of curiosity, Mr. Travis, do you have a video of the first physical meet for you and your wife, or nah?
The first physical video.
I mean, meet itself.
Oh, as in me and her meeting, or
Yes, as in you and her meeting for the very first time, like
um
for the first physical
uh
touch.
not video, but we have pictures.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, we have our very first physical touch that was on video. My wife's friend that was with her at the airport
Mm-hmm.
was able to film it, and it was kind of funny because before our first physical meet, my wife and we talked about doing a YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't even like most of this trip, those 2 months. We did not really videotape much of anything because we was just so immersed in our moment and didn't really think to document. There was some times that we did, but being that we had to plan for our wedding within the 2 months, well, 6 weeks to be exact, because she was in Saudi Arabia
Uh-huh.
and I was obviously in America. So then we couldn't, like, we had family members do what they could, but being that it was in the Philippines, they were saying, well, we need either her or him here physically to reserve this or to do this or this, that, and the third. So, and we both had it set up already where we would both enter the Philippines on the same day.
Right.
So she
Okay.
was only there for 14 hours before I was, because she had
Mm-hmm.
left straight from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And I left from Chicago, Illinois. And it was beautiful, but every day for our wedding, bro,
Mm-hmm.
we were doing stuff. We'd wake up at 5 in the morning, and we would not go home until about 10 at night. And we legitimately was just doing stuff for our wedding all the way up to the night before our wedding
Mm.
to get everything finalized. It was crazy. We did a lot in those 6 weeks. But I wish we would have filmed more, like watching your videos and stuff. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I'm so happy he had the opportunity to video this,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, I
Like,
think when I go down there again, that's why I'll probably just bring my GoPro. I don't know if I'll bring
yes.
my big EOS camera or not.
Hmm.
And of course, I will have my drone, of course.
Yes, of course.
That is,
It,
if I can get good coverage. 'Cause
oh, yeah, you will. I'm
well, the problem
positive you
is
will.
with my phone carrier, the
Mhm.
people I'm with, as soon as I leave America, it says no service. They don't cover
Right.
overseas.
Um,
But I think I can
Interesting.
get some sort of location.
Yeah. Well, not only that, you could if it's an unlocked phone, you can or just buy a cheap phone there, you know. That
That's true.
is that is unlocked. Grab that SIM card and handle your business. I
That's
mean
true.
that's what my best friend, that's what he did, that came down to be my best man, because he had the DJI Spark,
Uh
and we nicknamed it Sparky, and it
huh.
was yellow. And he lost it actually here where my wife's father is from, where this emblem comes from. That's where he lost it, which was in Batad, Philippines, you know, Banawi. Uh it's in the Ifugao province,
Uh huh.
and he lost it there. And then we got to talking about creating a company called Drone Repo. You know, where we go out and we rescue all these drones, but then we charge to like we'll retrieve your drone and we'll go retrieve it with or without your permission. But if we retrieve your drone, you have to pay a fee to get it back, just like with the car.
Oh snap! There you go.
Like we
You know,
cut.
you should actually make a TV show out of that. I can see that on TLC
Yeah,
tonight.
legitimately
Tonight on TLC, drone recovery
retrieval. Yeah,
retrieval.
yeah, man, drone retrieval.
That's what I can see now. The pilot
I mean,
lasted
I shouldn't say
3
this out
hours.
loud because watch somebody go take this idea and flourish. But it's all good, man. If you do it, if one of y'all do it, hey, just cut me a small check, and I'll split the check with Mr. Travis, since you know we're on his LS, so he gets a cut too. You know, we gotta go off these copyrights
Oh
and
boy!
everything. But I just want to play this real quick for you, bro. I
All
mean, I
right.
know you probably seen it, but to everybody else. But yeah, this was the very first physical meet of my wife and I right here. You know, like that
Ah,
was the very first time I touched her. The very first time she physically touched me. And like I tell people, well, I play it one more time real quick. When you see Ray, and my wife didn't even know she was recording, but right here where I kiss her on the head,
uh-huh.
right here, I so
Yeah.
badly wanted to kiss her on the lips,
I
but I
bet you
did not.
did.
Oh, you know I did, but I did not because, you know, like you said, Travis, you got to do research. And not only that, being married to a Filipino or even being in a relationship to a Filipino, you learn their culture is very conservative. You
Mm-hmm.
learn that they still believe in true courtship.
Yep.
Um, you know, here in America, we don't believe in courtship, not in the sense that it was truthfully designed. We look at courtship as in flirting, and then by the end of the night we're in one of each other's beds,
Yeah.
you know, which is sad.
Yeah.
But so like for me, I only kissed her on the head because I was like, you know, we're in the Philippines, I respect my wife, we're in public, we might be engaged but we're not married yet, so let
Mm-hmm.
me respect her, and this is our first physical meet. So I kissed her on the head, you know, to give
Yep.
that respect to
Yep.
the culture of the Philippines, because we're not in America.
Right.
I was in the Philippines.
The first time.
It's just like, and to be honest, that's why I love with the fact you saying you want to learn Tagalog, learn more of your wife's native tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's beautiful,
Yeah. Like
because with us
I got a
both going
picture
to the
from.
Philippines.
I got a picture of me and her when we first met.
Oh Lord, can you bring it a little closer to the screen? Oh Lord, look at that.
Yeah. 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 But she's
I
on.
love it.
Yeah. Then Yeah, but you know, her sister has a
Uh-huh.
4-year-old daughter. Holy cow! That little girl has wrapped her finger around me.
Oh, I bet she has,
I
brother.
mean, I mean,
Was she scared of you at first?
oh no,
Nah.
no. I mean, she just. I mean, where's I call these shots like the $1,000,000 shots. Hold on. You can't say I
Oh
cannot say
yeah.
no. I can't say no to that little girl.
Yeah, she a little cutie, man.
Oh, she, yeah, it's like whenever I send a voice message to
Mm-hmm.
or a video message to her, she always gets excited. She always sits like, I mean, her eyes get all bug-eyed and big, and she has this giggle like,
That's great, brother.
yeah. I tell people all the time, it's gonna be interesting to see what our children are gonna look like. Are they gonna look like me? Are they gonna look like her? Or it could be 50-50.
Oh, they gonna look beautiful, man. You know? I feel like anything mixed with Asian blood is just gorgeous. I
Oh
mean, you
yeah.
look at a lot of our movie stars, and when you go off the Filipino bloodline, I mean, there's so many American movie stars and TV stars that are half Filipino and American.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. You would never know half the people you thought that was of Hispanic descent. No, no, no. I mean, they might have that Spanish blood in their gene, but
Mm-hmm.
they're Filipino American. They're not
Exactly.
Spanish like you thought. That's Filipino.
Yep. That be like, yeah. That's Filipino.
So,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mean, when I first went over there in 2016, one of my uncles was like, "I can't." He goes, "Man, when you get over there, your body's gonna be tired. I mean, you're gonna be
Yeah.
like, your body's gonna be behind so many hours because all the time changes and all that stuff." I went over
Mm-hmm.
there, my body was behind by about an hour.
Yeah.
That's all it was. No jet
And
lag.
then when you came back to America, it probably took you 2 weeks to get back in the row.
It didn't the first time, but the second time I went, yeah.
For me, both times, bro. It was like when I went to the Philippines, it was easy to adjust. But that second time, or I mean, coming back from the Philippines, oh my lord, jet lag hits me terrible. Like it takes me 2 weeks to adjust back to American time.
Well, I know for me, I got jet lagged a little bit when I was there because I would take a nap at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I wake up at 8 o'clock at night.
Oh lord.
So basically, that's how bad my body was.
Right.
My body
Uh.
was. My
So
body was.
so I got to do this just in the respect of Filipino culture. I got to ask you the two questions which I've asked you before, but I'm doing this for video purposes, brother.
Uh-oh.
So, Mr. Travis, the few questions I have is what is your age and your age gap between you and your wife?
It's not.
I'm
There
about
is
to
an
ask,
age. I'm
I'm about to
35,
okay,
and
okay.
she's 35.
Okay. So y'all the
So
same age. That's
that's
beautiful.
right. There is an age gap.
Okay, 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 brother. Because see, these are some very common Filipino questions.
Yep.
Again, do not stereotype it and do not put this as a solid, concrete questions. But more than likely, you will be asked these questions
Yep.
um, to our viewers. But also
Well,
too
absolutely.
then so how did y'all meet, sir?
We actually met on social media. We met on Facebook. We were friends for the short time,
Mm-hmm.
and then because we kind of actually liked each other, but of course we just kept it as on the friendship side, and then we
Yes.
started talking more and more, and then because at the time she was a OFW as well. She was working in the Middle East. I won't
Okay,
actually say the
okay.
country. I won't say the country.
Okay. That's fine, brother.
But
I respect personal boundaries.
yeah, she messaged me. She messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm going home to be with my family for about a month. Would you meet me? And would you like to come over to the Philippines?" I'm like,
Mhm.
Okay, because at the time I had no idea. Well, I said yes, and then I realized, crap, I need to get me a passport. That was the first thing I missed was I gotta get me a passport.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I got me. Hold on. Let me plug in my earphones here.
Yes,
So,
sir.
let's see. Hey,
Oh, Lord. Speak
There you
again,
go.
sir. Okay. Yep, I hear you clear now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I got my passport, and yeah, I got it. And then my uncle called and goes, "I can't believe he's going to the Philippines." Blah 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 blah. He's gonna be so tired when he gets there.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm an adult. I can get over there. I did it. Boom.
Yeah. And how old were you at that time?
Let's see. Let's go back 4. Well, almost 5 years now. So I'm 35 now. I'll
So
be
you were
36.
30.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep. So
okay.
35. Let's see. 35,
Hey,
34.
that's a
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful way to kick off your decade of the 30s.
I know. Yeah, man. What a great way to kick off my decade. Going overseas. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you was
Yeah.
exposed to one of the most beautiful cultures in the world.
Uh huh. And then, like I said in my ASMR video on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
before I even went there, I spent like 2 or 3 weeks having video conferences, video chats with her uncles, her cousins, so that it wasn't so awkward when I arrived.
Right.
I
Right,
mean,
right.
that would be like me trying to be. That'd be like me pulling a big Ed, going over there, going, "I don't know anything about this country." But no, see, unlike him, I did my research.
Right.
I
Right,
did. I
right.
researched. I researched the food, the weather, the clothing, pretty much everything. Pretty much everything you could think of.
I love it though, man. That's
And
what
then
you
when I
should
got,
do.
and then when I got over there, boom. I basically adjusted to the culture and everything within less than 24 hours.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not difficult to do because their culture really is the way it should be. It was like America in the 30s and 40s.
Uh huh.
It their culture reminds you of your grandparents and the way your grandparents act. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, I got this. I can do this. I mean, there are some cultural differences that was a little different, but they're easy to adjust to, and that's the fact. You know, we gotta remember we in a whole nother country, and we need to adjust to their ways. We can't, cause like again with that whole Big Ed thing, man, he was just so hard headed and did not want to
Adapt.
adjust.
Yep. Yep. In fact,
And
I think one of his coworkers told him that her mother was from the Philippines,
yeah,
and she told him all the stuff that was going to go on,
yeah,
but yet he didn't want to believe her.
yeah. Well, there was she actually irritated me too a little bit though, bro. When she was like, "Are you sure this girl is into you?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "How dare you question it?" I mean, I understand your concern for Mr. Ed, but I felt she could have approached that particular situation in a more respectful way towards the Filipinos and their culture. And like he said, he asked her, "Have you ever been to the Philippines?" And she was like, "Oh God, no, I don't even know the language."
Ah,
And I was just like, "Oh my Lord, are you serious?"
yeah,
Like,
that's pretty sad. Be like, oh, I'm from the Philippines, but I've never really been there.
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man, yeah.
But in the same sense, I'm kind of knocking one of my great uncles, which
Uh oh.
I'm sorry, Uncle Carl, because my Uncle Carl, who married my Aunt Shirley, he's from the Philippines.
Uh oh. Uh
And this is
oh.
one of the rare occasions where it's a Filipino male marrying a female American.
Okay, wow. Yeah, okay, wow. That is,
yes.
yeah.
Their
That's a
story
little
is
different.
definitely unique in
That's
that sense.
yeah, that's different. Because normally it's the
So
other way around.
correct. And he was originally from Manila, but he didn't. We really don't know much of his family because he refused to talk about his history there in the Philippines. He would just let everybody know he was originally from Manila,
Uh-huh.
and that was pretty much about it. He refused to teach his kids, my three cousins that are half Filipino,
Uh-huh.
uh, Tagalog, and
Mm.
but they're all successful. But and they're proud to be Filipino American, half Filipino. But we really are always curious to what perspired in Uncle Carl's life for him to be like that.
Mm.
Um, he definitely must have, because we know him as the most kindest person. You said, like, I remember one time my grandpa telling me that when him and my grandmother went to visit my Aunt Cheryl and Uncle Carl in California, that they said, "Oh, that's a nice microwave you guys have. I wish we could afford to get one."
Uh-huh.
The very next morning when they woke up, he had a brand new microwave sitting there on the table for them, the exact same one. So he was always known as that kind man, and he
Mm.
he always fished, because that was one of the few things he did say, is that his family was fishermen, and
Yeah.
that they would always fish and take their catch to the wet market.
Yep.
Him and his father and brothers would fish, and then his mother and sister would go to the or wet market for the fish. And but that's pretty much all we know about him, of his history in the Philippines. Nobody's ever met anybody in his family or anything. So,
Mm.
but it's all good. I love Uncle Carl. May he rest in peace.
Mm.
Um, but
Well, questions for you. How old
yes,
are
sir.
you? How old is your wife's parents?
My wife's
Just
parents,
yeah. Just
uh, in their upper 40s, early 50s.
wow. Okay. Wow. That's not the case with my fiance. No,
Nah,
because
what is it, brother?
my future mother-in-law, she's in her 50s, and
Okay, okay.
my future father-in-law is like in his 80s. He's 83, 84.
Oh wow,
So
that's a big difference.
yeah, but you know
But you
what?
know what?
I
Age is nothing but a number.
exactly, and so you know what? I still
Hold on,
love
wait.
him.
Age is only is nothing but a number after 18. People remember that.
There you go. Age nothing but a number after 18.
At least wait till they're after 18.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but interesting. I find that to be and then you and your wife are the same age, so
Yeah,
that's kind of neat, brother.
yeah. Let's see here. I think I have a. Let me pull this up. See if I got a picture of me and my fam bam, or actually me and my fiance and her family. Let's see here.
Oh no,
So
it's okay. You can say it's your family too, brother,
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
y'all mentally and spiritually married already.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so how did you propose to your fiance, or actually to
Uh,
your wife?
okay. Well, let me say a little side backstory real quick. You
Woo!
see, our wedding
Yeah,
band.
I see the gold, man.
Uh, this is Saudi Arabian gold. My wife got our
Oh,
wedding bands from Saudi Arabia,
nice.
which I kind of think is dope. You know. Uh, but how did our proposal came about?
Wait,
Actually,
wait,
neither
wait,
one of
wait,
us.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me, for you, tell me
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
story. Whoop. Here's a
Oh, you found it.
picture.
Okay.
There you go.
So that's your
That's
fiance, her
let's see.
parents, and her
Let-
sister.
Let's see.
Oh wait,
Fiance.
that's you. I see it clear now. Okay.
Yeah, me in the blue.
Yes,
And my
yes, yes. Well, the
father-in-law.
glare makes your blue look white.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if I can.
Try putting your dim. Put your dim. What I've learned is you got to put your dim all the way down.
Yeah. Let me
The
see if I
brighter the
can.
screen, the worse it is on camera.
All right, hold on.
All right.
There you
Yeah, I can see it now. Pink,
go. Okay.
blue, dark blue, and multicolor.
Yep. Yep. So there you go.
I
So there
like
we go. That was us right after the engagement.
it. So you proposed to her in person.
Well, of course. You see, I'm the old school person. But
I like it.
first, let's get
I
back.
like
Let's get back to your engagement story, and then I tell you my engagement story.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So honestly, I'll take you back even a little further. Before a little prior to the engagement.
Uh huh.
Um, so with my wife and I, it was kind of funny. I know her family here in the United States, for 10 years, 10 plus years,
Uh huh.
and I was just at her family's house on Thanksgiving, actually, this particular
Nice.
time, and we're just, me and her uncle and her cousin was in the living room having drinks, eating some meat, just
Mm-hmm.
having a good bonding time, watching some politics, some good
Mm.
old politics on TV, and Uncle Gary was just like, "Hey, Brent, I want to see you happy. I want to see you
Mm.
with a woman, and I feel that you and Halita would be a perfect couple." And I
Oh.
was like, "And Halita," and then my wife's aunt was just like, "Yeah, the niece that I've talked about like this and like that," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's who he's talking about," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Why you say that?" And I mean, I call her aunt and uncle at the time mom and dad, because
Mm-hmm.
and I asked her uncle, I was like, "Why you say that?" He goes, "Because I know your personality and I know and Halita's personality, and or Angie, as you guys see, Angie. That's what
Uh
it
huh.
is in
Yeah.
America." Um, but he was like, "I know y'all personality, and you guys would make a great couple." Well, I kind of thought about it for a second. And I laughed. It was like, whatever, because he had match made his oldest daughter and his son, and they have had successful marriages. The son at being married at like 7, 8 years, and the daughter being married for like 10 years already.
Wow.
And but then her aunt was like, "You want to see a photo?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me see." Just out of curiosity. And I saw the photo. I'm like, "That's my wife." That was my very first thought. That's my wife. I'm gonna marry that girl.
Mm.
And then I'm like, "Brent, quit playing with yourself, man. You kidding? What? Come on now." Because at the time, I didn't see myself getting married, and I wasn't focused on finding a girlfriend nor a wife. I was
Uh huh.
just focused on discovering who I was, creating myself,
Yeah.
and learning to love myself in my own skin for who I
Yeah.
am. And it just so happened that my wife was on that same level. She wasn't expecting a boyfriend or a husband, let alone did she ever imagine herself marrying an American. She
Uh
always
huh.
thought she would marry a fellow Igbo, a fellow Filipino.
Uh huh.
And I remember sending her a message, and that kind of kick started everything. And then it was like we just naturally became boyfriend girlfriend. It wasn't like I asked her to be my girlfriend, she asked me to be her boyfriend. It was just naturally came about. And then
Mm.
after some time, we were talking about some people getting married and stuff, and it was like, wow, we actually, because I remember questioning myself when we started getting serious, like, man, where did I fail in all my past relationships?
Mm-hmm.
Because I always blamed the girl. I always blamed the woman. Like it was always their fault. It was never my fault. And I discovered several things about myself. Where I failed in those relationships is I put my boys first. I did the bros before thing first. Being this is YouTube, I got on your channel, sir. I'm respecting the YouTube regulations. I won't say the other half of that, but
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
but you know, I put my boys before my ladies, and like, okay, so I can't do that with my wife. I gotta put my wife, since she's my wife mentally to me, spiritually to me. I gotta put her first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I looked at some of the other stuff where I was very immature, and I corrected those with my wife. I treated my wife as if she was my wife way before she was my girlfriend.
Mm.
To show her what she could get from me as a husband.
Mm-hmm.
And then we was talking, like I said, about this marriage that of some people that we knew, and we're just like, we're already mentally married, spiritually married. Why not get physically married?
Yeah.
So really, neither one of us really technically proposed to the other. It just all naturally happened, bro.
Nice.
So it was kind of crazy because really, and then it was just like neither one of us was in disbelief at first. Like, wow, we're really getting married. No, we're not getting married. Yeah, we're getting married. We're planning for a marriage. Okay, let's get it. Let's do it. So yeah.
Nice.
But then I did though, like, you know, after that conversation, 2 weeks after, I literally proposed to her. You know, I just randomly called her at a time that I normally don't call, and she don't call because we're both busy.
Yeah.
You know, because she was, like I said at the time, in the Middle East also, and that's also why my wife can speak Arabic too.
Uh-huh.
And then she answered the phone and was just like, "I'm getting ready for work," or maybe she was at work. I don't remember right now, but I was just like, "Look, I have a question I want to ask you." She was like, "What's that?" And I got down in video. I got down on my knees, the one knee, and I just put out my hand. I got a picture of it too, you know. And I was just like, "Look, will you marry me?" So
Nice.
yeah, and the engagement ring that I bought for her here, that's the very first time I ever bought jewelry for a woman outside of my mother or sister, you know, outside of a family member, and that felt great. Felt great
Nice.
to go to the jewelry store and ask the clerk, like, "Excuse me, sir, can you help me find an engagement ring?" So, and my wife didn't. I never told my wife that I got her the engagement ring until that first meet. Like later that night, I actually pulled it out, and then I asked her again in person, "Will you marry me?"
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I kind of proposed twice, but initially it didn't start off as a proposal.
Right.
So,
Nice. All right. So
yeah.
now you want to hear my side? How we
Yes,
got
sir.
engaged?
You're the what's unique to your story. Yes.
Well, after we started talking, I kind of jokingly popped the question to her via text.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so, will you marry me? She's like, oh my gosh, yes. And so that was like I guess that was the first
That was the
pre.
little seed.
That's right. That was a little seed.
Yeah, you
And
planted a seed
then
in your garden.
yeah, and then when I went over there in 2016, we went to the mall. She went off with her cousins and her aunt, and then her uncle and I went to the jewelry store. And I
Okay.
found the ring I was looking for, and I bought it. And of course, when I got there, I didn't. Well, I did have in my mind that I wanted to have a ring, but
Mm-hmm.
but let's see, she didn't know. She had no idea about me
Yes.
getting the ring. It was a total surprise. And then I did my first mini church sermon, I guess, if you will. at her house.
Okay.
It was the week I was supposed to leave because it was I proposed in front of her family members and her church members. So basically, they were all there in one house.
They all witnessed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So even before I even asked her that, I kind of asked her mom and dad. You know, I'm the old style type of guy.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I said, "So, sir, you know how much I love your daughter. You mind if I would love to have your blessing to ask your daughter to marry me?" And he said without a pause, he's like, "Yes." Boom. So I went over
Well,
there to her,
hmm
got down one knee, pulled out the ring. She was crying her eyeballs out. Popped the question. She said yes. And I was so nervous that I put it on the wrong finger.
Oh,
Put it
that's
on the right
crazy.
ring. Put it on the right hand instead of the left hand.
Well, see, if you was in Europe, that's the correct hand because part of Europe puts it on the right hand.
Ah,
So yeah, my one best friend, they don't put the ring on the left hand; they put it on the right.
huh. Interesting.
So yeah.
Yep.
But
So that was
real quick,
was
actually, something that I did too that was old school with that is her aunt and uncle when
uh-huh.
her and I became, and see, I don't know if this is true to the whole of the Philippines, but I know it's true to my wife's place.
Uh-huh.
Um, is that when you announce to the family that you are in a relationship, that is considered the proposal. That
Yeah.
means you are gonna get married.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. In fact, even before we actually met, her cousin, no, her aunt and uncle, no, let's see,
mhm.
her uncles who are both pastors, they asked her directly. Her first question was, is he a believer? That was the first question out of their mouth.
Right.
She goes, absolutely. And
Yeah.
that right, she even told her pastor about our relationship, and the pastor was right on board
That's
all the
good,
way.
man. I'll say one more thing personal, then I'm gonna go to what you just said about your family. Um, is that before publicly, like even on Facebook or anything, before we told people that we were dating,
Uh
I
huh.
asked her aunt and uncle, primarily her aunt because she's from her aunt's side of the family.
Uh huh.
I asked her aunt, which her aunt is like a mother figure, especially
Yeah.
because her mother was missing at that time.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother story, personal
Mm.
story to get into for another vlog. Or
Oh,
so
absolutely.
probably, yeah. Anyway, uh, so I asked her like, is it all right if me and my wife talked about it first? And I was like, I'm gonna ask her today, love. After I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna ask your aunt if it's all right if we are official. Because I already
Mm.
knew, being that I was already exposed for 10 years to the Filipino culture,
Uh huh.
I automatically knew that it was the right thing to ask and that it meant we were going to be getting married eventually because it's becoming public knowledge to the family. Um, so I asked her and I said, is it okay if Angie and I become official? And her aunt was like, so you guys love each other? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yes. And she said, okay, you have my blessing.
Mm.
Just like that, you know? And I was so excited before I even called and told my wife what she said. I changed our status on Facebook to in a relationship. uh, and then I called my wife and I told my wife. uh, but I was just like so excited. Like I couldn't control my happiness and everybody synced it.
Nice.
So it's something that was beautiful. I even lived with my wife's family for a short period of time before I even knew my wife,
Mm.
which is crazy. I went to the Philippines for the first time with my wife's family.
Uh huh.
So it was beautiful.
Nice.
It
All
was a very
right.
beautiful, unique you know, because everybody's story is unique to themselves. But I feel like, uh, in that sense, that kind of gave us a little, just real unique touch because luckily, like where your wife is very blessed and lucky, is that you are a believer
Uh-huh.
and that you did do research on the Philippines, like a previous personal conversation between you and I. You know, like
Yeah.
a lot of these foreigners that become in a relationship with the Filipina and they go to the Philippines to meet their partner,
There. Yeah.
they don't do any research.
Exactly.
They just buy a ticket and go. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm
And,
not saying they're in the wrong, but they are in the wrong in the
yeah.
sense that they should do a little research because it's not their country. And whatever your laws are in your own country does not apply there because it's a whole nother country.
Right. I mean, even when I went there, even though their laws didn't apply to me, I still did actually respect them.
Right. And we should. And that's where your what's unique too to your story. Because down in Mindanao, where your wife is from, uh, Christians are not big
Yeah.
because the predominant religion down there is Muslims. And so the fact that they are Christians down there, that's beautiful. I don't
Yeah.
have anything against Muslims, you know, but because Muslims are beautiful too, people. You know,
Absolutely.
don't judge somebody because of their religion.
Yep.
Leave that to God, Allah, whoever you want to call your God.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, leave that to the Lord. But I kind of find that beautiful to your story, Mr. Travis.
Mm.
You know that you and another believer came together with God's blessings. I mean, obviously that was God's work.
Yeah.
You know, it's very obvious because y'all are a genuine relationship. So it's
Absolutely.
beautiful. It's so beautiful,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess getting back to the you were going to talk about the whole family aspect of it, referring to my family.
Yes.
Yeah. 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 I think. Yeah. I think for me, the only people that really knows my fiance is just me and my mom, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
No one else in the family has decided to email her or talk to her or anything like that. And I go, that's fine. That's
Right.
fine. I mean, if they want to wait until she gets here to meet her, fine with me.
Hey,
But I,
yeah, they've got to respect your decisions still.
yep,
At the end of the day, it's understandable that they don't want to speak to her until she's there physically and they meet her,
yeah,
which is okay because that's their freedom, their personal belief or their personal want. But you best believe when they do meet your wife, they're gonna have to respect her. If they
yep,
respect you, they will respect her.
yep.
And
And if they don't,
they'll
well,
come to love y'all. They'll come to love y'all relationship and
yep,
they'll see how genuine your wife is. Because why would your wife do what she's doing right now? You know? Having a LDR is a big
hmm,
sacrifice. It is.
oh, it is,
You know, especially when you're in
yeah,
separate countries.
yeah. And one thing I've noticed is being on social media, especially on Instagram, is that there is a huge LDR group or a
Community.
whole LD. Yep, exactly.
We have a
Community.
beautiful LDR community on
Oh
Instagram.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a group that actually there's a
I'll pull up a beautiful group that has. Actually, I'm gonna put a shout out for their website in the
yeah.
LDR community.
I'm gonna put out a shout out to uh
Mm.
to one LDR group that I enjoy talking to. In fact, they'll see if they can come to the Philippines for my wedding if they can. I'm gonna give a shout out to Instagram people close at heart, close underscore at underscore heart.
Okay.
So this is their Hold on, let me turn back down the. Yeah, this
Well,
is theirs right there. Hey
all right.
Brent, so basically, if you want to give them a shout out,
Yeah, just
that's them right there.
send their one of their posts to me in direct message, and I got you. And I'll send
All
this
right.
one to you too. But I love this community here. I love this page. They're newer, but they're very genuine and they're legit. Um, their name is LDR. Well, LDR
Mm-hmm.
underscore we love, or hold on, wait, LDR underscore we underscore love underscore harder.
We underscore.
Hold on, wait.
Well, yeah. Just
And
just
keep that
uh
down.
just basically send that to me in a
Yep, I'm
DM.
going to. Yep,
Okay.
I'm going to.
Yep.
Believe me. Uh, I'm gonna even. Oh wait, they get posts offset it, but yeah. See, just so the public can see it. This is their picture, their name, y'all. You have an Instagram account, connect with them. I'm gonna send this to you right now, Mr. Travis.
All right.
Their newest and freshest yeah. I kind of shot them out on Instagram already a couple of times, you know, them and some
Uh-huh.
others. And actually, if you look at my storyline right now, you know, this is some international friends of mine from originally YouTube, but now also Instagram.
Nice.
And they belong to the people that I just showed you. You know, they know the website too, and you know, like I said, it's a beautiful community, beautiful thing.
All right. I just now followed that group that you sent me.
Yes, sir.
The yeah, that's right.
And that's what I need to do myself. You know, I need to stay on point, like you, brother,
Yep.
on point.
Yep. Because actually, in that link I just sent you for the close at heart, they're actually on track. They want to get 100 LDR couples
Uh huh.
together, or at least they want to post at least 100 LDR couples on their page, and
All
I
right.
am
Well, I'll let them know that you sent me to. You
okay.
informed me of their page. You
Okay.
know.
Okay. In fact, me and my fiance, we are number 27 on their list. So
On their
actually,
road to 100 couples.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
basically, we cracked the top 30. Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
man, we made the top 30, baby. Top
Oh yeah. Top
30.
30.
Yeah, in
30.
fact, let
And you
me.
know something ironic about that? Again, this is God at play, brother.
What's
Y'all
that, bro?
met. Y'all met at age 30.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
y'all within the top 30.
that's
Eh. See that
yeah.
number got to.
But wait, hold on, let me turn
Yeah.
that back down again, so you can actually see the. Yeah, that's us.
Oh, look at that. That's cute. I love it.
I can't really. Let's see here. Yeah, because what they
You can
do
read
is
it though.
well. Actually, when you
Or
uh,
I'll go on their page. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But can you hold on 1 second, bro? I gotta go do
sure,
something real quick.
sure,
I'm sorry. Hold on.
sure.
Oh Lord, I got it. All right, I'm back, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I am here. Uh,
All right, man. Hold on, man. I'll be right back.
yes, sir.
Well, we are. Actually, we're still face to face, but earphones. Yeah. All right, bro. I'm back.
All right, all right, all right.
Wow, I've been on here for over an hour.
Yeah, it's going
Awesome.
on 2 hours.
I
It's going
know.
on 1 hour 47 minutes, man.
Yep. That means, yeah, man. I can't wait to see how many watch time, how many hours it gets me.
What I was gonna say is it whatchamacallit. It's kind of I feel like this particular LS has been more on a podcast side than
I know. People
a
tell me I should.
traditional LS.
Yeah, but people tell me I should do a podcast one day. I should start my own
Yeah,
podcast channel, my own
yeah,
TV channel.
yeah. I mean, it'd make more sense, and you would attract more traffic. To be honest with you, I think you would attract a lot more traffic doing it in that sense.
Yeah, so I know I don't have enough money this week, but when I get paid next week, I'll see if I can get one of those blue Yeti microphones and
Yes,
just
sir.
set it up right here, and then that way when I do a live stream,
Mm-hmm.
actually I can have a deeper voice, and I'll just use my earphones to plug in behind my ear,
Yeah,
and then that way I can talk more deeper in the voice of the radio. You are
yeah. Do
listening to Travis Kempton live from Greensboro, North Carolina, on the sunny Sunday afternoon.
What's it
WXLI.
called? Spartanburg. You ever heard of Spartanburg, South Carolina?
Yeah.
You know, I almost moved down there, brother.
What?
Yeah, I came close to moving there with my
Dude.
company that I was doing logistics with,
Uh huh.
or one of the many companies that I had done. They wanted me to. I'm not gonna say a name because I'm
Yeah.
not gonna bash them, but I'm not gonna praise them either.
Yeah.
Uh, but it was kind of crazy because when I had the interview with them,
Mm-hmm.
I originally told them about the whole me going to the Philippines for the 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and because I'm like, okay, we're about to get married, so I need another job so I can stack up money. One for the wedding, two just for whatever we may or may not need for
Right.
some, unexpected events. And I was like, so I started looking for a job, came across a company, applied for it. And at the interview, before they even hired me, I told them, I said, okay, I need off top, I'm going to need the whole month of May and the whole month of June because I applied for them in 2018, but I'm going to need this time off in 2019. And they said, okay, with your work history and everything, it's fine. So then they hired me. And I'd periodically mention it so they knew. And with my work ethics and everything, they're going to be losing a team lead that was going to be moving back down to Atlanta where he was from. And they wanted me to become the new team lead. So they offered me the position, said they'd hire me into the company permanently. And that, because at the time I was considered a temp worker. And that's why I said, nice. I said, yeah, I'll take the position. But they said, well, we have a condition with it. You either have to postpone your wedding or you have to turn your vacation from 2 months down to 3 weeks.
Whoa.
And I said, well, I told you guys this at the initial interview 6 months prior to this because they offered this position to me a month before I was supposed to leave to the Philippines. And I'm like, the tickets are already bought. We've already put money down on the wedding stuff, some of the wedding stuff. And there's a lot of stuff we have to do in person because my wife nor I are in the Philippines physically. So we're going to have to do a lot of stuff that really should have been done months, and I mean months ahead of time. But we're going to have 6 weeks to accomplish stuff that most people take 6 months to a year to plan and put together,
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, we'll get back to you. But this is what's on the table right now. So I'm like, okay. And then they were like, well, we're going to hire you still. So they went to hire me, had me fill out everything to just tell me, we're going to put a hold on it. Because if we make you permanent, we can't give you the 2 months off. And then they offered me the position again with the same conditions. It they offered me like 21 an hour for the lead position. And I'm like, that's awesome money.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna postpone my wedding.
Right.
I'm not gonna put the job over my wife.
Exactly.
And a lot of companies don't like to hear that, of course. But it's a fact of life. And then so then I was told, well, when you come back, you work a month and we'll hire you on permanently. Okay, cool. Well, and then the plant manager at that time was telling me, he was like, Brent, why don't you go down to Spartanburg? They're doing a lot of hiring at the BMW plant down there.
Ooh,
because
BMW, baby.
Yeah, because I still won't say the actual company's name, but I'll just say it's a part supplier to Chrysler.
Oh, okay.
For here.
Okay.
And down there, they supply parts to BMW.
Okay.
And I thought about it, but I was like, maybe when I come back or something like this. And he was our plant manager, but then he ended up taking a district position down there in Spartanburg himself. And he was the one that told me when I come back, I work for a month and I could be in permanently. Well, then I go to the Philippines for the 2 months. Like I said, it took me and my wife every day for those 6 weeks, all the way up to the night before our wedding to get everything squared away. And then from that point, I came back to the States, let them know I was back, and they're like, okay, well, you can come back to work on this day. You don't have to fill out any paperwork like we promised. We held a job for you. We didn't hold the same position. You're going to have to go from logistics to assembler. And then when we get a position open in logistics, you can go back. So then I'm like, okay, cool. I go back. I work for a month, and I bring up, I brought up at first the whole month thing, and they're like, yeah, after a month, we'll talk about it. Well, a month passes, bring it up again, and they're like, oh, well, since you went from logistics to assembly, that deal is no longer on the table.
Oh.
And then I'm like, okay. And what was crazy is I was making X amount of money, and I went down $3. First off, going from logistics to assembler, I lost $3. Then they brought me back up to logistics after 3 months, and I'm like, okay, well, I redid my 90-day trial.
Yeah.
What's going on with me being hired in permanently? And they were just like, oh, well, again, you're gonna have to start over again because you're in a whole new department. So they got me twice. They got me,
Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. And just think, they originally was offering me a lead position, bro.
Yeah.
So I felt like they felt a certain way because I turned the position down.
Yeah.
And then, and it's not a union company, so they can do what they want, how they want,
Yeah.
when they want. And then from there, the whole COVID thing happened,
Oh gosh. Yeah.
and then I decided not to go back because they said we were laid off indefinitely, and I had a few questions for them. I sent them these questions and didn't get any responses back, so I made other moves for another job, and yeah, I don't plan to go back because it's just like I keep getting the runaround. I
Yeah.
love working there. I really love the company. It's a great company to work for, actually. I love the job. You'd never hear me complain about that job. Even my one boss who was over logistics, like I have the utmost respect for her. She's a great lady. I love her
Uh-huh.
as a person. For the most part, I love her as a boss. She's a great boss. Did I feel that certain way towards certain things? Yeah, but can I take the fact away that I feel she's a good boss? No, I can't.
Mm.
Because life is
Yeah.
about being humble and seeing the best in things.
Yep.
So that's why I said I'm not going to slander the company, but I'm not going to promote the company either.
Right.
And that's why I don't put the name of the company in the mix. But
Yep. Yep.
it was a great working experience. Hopefully, maybe one day if I ever need to work there again, I can.
Yeah.
But like I said, to my last knowledge, they was laid off indefinitely, and now if they ever contact me again, I've arranged other work
Mm-hmm.
situations to where I can't return, but uh, I wish they would have answered some of the questions I had asked them
Yeah.
before that time comes, because then maybe I would have waited for them.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
life. It is what it is, man.
Yep. I mean, it is what it is.
You got to make the decision what best fits your life.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Like,
and for me, it's to be with my wife, and
oh, I agree.
it's to have all the people that came to our wedding witness it.
Oh, I agree.
So I put that ahead of the job, and I do not regret it because my wife, that's my best friend,
Yep.
the bestest best friend I've ever had, the only true friend I had. Like she holds me down to the teeth,
Physically, like you
and I
get down right here. Get down.
yeah yeah
Yeah.
literally yeah she's crazy yeah, and I'm just like she tells me something like how high, love? Is this high enough, or do you need me higher? Am I low
Higher,
enough,
babe.
love? I'm gonna do it for her because that's my wife. And I'm gonna do my best to be the best husband,
You need to
biblically,
go higher, babe.
physically, and mentally. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and I would too.
I
Oops.
bet. Oh, oh, man, it's way too bright. You're too bright, man. I see Jesus. Turn it down. Turn
I
down
mean,
the light.
Jesus is in my heart,
There you go.
you know. But I don't know, man. I just kind of, I just got real personal, but
Oh no, that's fine.
it's legitimately how I feel. Like I love my wife,
Oh, I know. I know you do. I can tell when
and,
I.
and,
I
and I'm
mean,
so blessed to have her in my life. She really makes me strive to be the best, bro.
I know. I mean, when I send her a text message on Instagram, it
Yes,
pops
sir.
right back. She goes,
Yeah,
"Hey, how you doing?" I
That's
go,
great.
yeah, I'm doing well. How about you? Oh, it's great. And it's like, say 11 a.m. there. It's like 11 p.m. over there. I go, shouldn't you be asleep? She goes, oh no, I don't do that. No.
Oh Lord,
Yeah,
that's
but
funny.
yeah. What was I was gonna ask you another question. I forgot what it was.
What was that?
Man, my full memory's going here. Getting old.
Nah, man, you ain't old. Not until you
Hit
not
40,
until
right?
you're 45. Nah,
Oh,
45, man.
I see how it is.
I go up to 45 because 40 is right around the corner for me.
I know.
Once I hit 45, I can't deny it
Yeah.
because I've officially have said it a couple of times now on video that is permanent in YouTube world forever.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait a minute. No, it's not permanent forever unless you actually delete the video. Then it's no longer permanent.
Right, but see, I have it in your video, I have it in somebody else's video, and I have it in my
Oh,
own video. I can only delete my own video. I can't delete y'all videos.
that's true. He said, hey man, delete
Look.
my video.
So therefore it's there, brother. Whether I like
Oh,
it
it's
or not.
there.
Because I said it. And I can't
That's
take
right.
it
You
back.
said it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like for me, like in my job, we just got a new plant manager, and it's been
Mhm.
going wonderful. Now, my other plant manager, he was a good guy. He was a believer. He was a Christian.
Mhm.
But on Sundays, he'd be, I love Jesus, happy, happy, happy. Monday through Friday, he'd be a completely different person.
Mm.
He would raise hell, basically, on Monday through Friday.
Well,
And so we got a new plant manager in last week, and the atmosphere has completely changed.
okay, I hope for the better.
I mean, everything is, I mean, so far, it's just been like smooth as glass. Because everyone's not as tense as they were under the other plant manager. I won't say the name of the plant manager.
Yeah, please don't.
No,
We gotta
of course not.
we gotta respect YouTube rules, and we gotta
Yeah,
respect
yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah. And the company that I work for, I won't say the
Yeah.
name,
Yeah, please
but
don't.
it's a good company. I've been there for 16 years.
Okay, so you have a great career there then.
Yeah, started in 04. From 04 to 06, I was a temp agent. Then from
So
06
this is like out of high school kind of.
well, not really, because I never did finish high school. But
Okay.
that's a whole
That's
nother story.
another story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Mhm.
from 04 to 06 was with the temp service, and then from 06 to now, I've been
Mhm.
hired on full time.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great company. I mean, I'm more the gopher, which I do a
Right.
lot of safety inspections, things like that. And so, I
You're
mean,
kind of a floater, like you're a jack of all trades
yeah,
within the company.
exactly. Like I can put things together, put cabinets, things like that together, help out doing breaks, things like that.
Mhm.
I mean, I get paid enough. Again, I won't say
Right.
I won't say the amount per hour,
Yeah. This
but
is
I want to
more
go to the
personal.
next right. But I want to go to
Yeah.
the next level and maybe go work for the corporate side of it because
Mhm.
what I've been doing. I mean, I think that there should be a job opening in the corporate section for this because I do
Mhm.
a certain safety inspections and yes, I report to two people, but there's no one who's over what I do. So I would like
Mhm.
to be the person that be in charge of like all these because we have plants.
You wanna create a official, so you say safety inspections and stuff.
Right,
So
right.
you wanna create a official quality safety
Manager.
department.
Right. So like if they so like I could be. I mean, we have plants all over America and all over the world.
Mhm.
So like if they came to me and said, Travis, would you like to be the senior manager for safety all for the entire plants in the East Coast?
Mhm.
I would do that
So
because
district safety manager.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which means I would go into plants and see I would check their safety inspections to see who's doing it. Have there been anything missed? And then if
Mhm.
there's, and then I would report back to corporate. Say, hey, look, like,
This is what needs to change, and this
yep,
is what's great.
yep. I mean, I would love to do that.
Yeah, write
That
up,
would be
write up the create safety procedures and write them up.
mm-hmm,
Procedures for them to follow.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, I dig it because it's like this is something that I advise to a lot of youth whenever I meet youth,
uh huh,
uh, especially within the work environments I have worked for, and even in my security um, company. When I go to a client and another client and another client, and I
uh huh,
meet somebody that works for the client that is youth. Um, I am always advising to them that they should do their best.
yep,
They'll come to me and complain like this or like that, and I always ask them a couple questions. Well, what have you learned from this job? What can you take from this job and apply it to your outside of work life? What can you
yeah,
take from this job and look at yourself and say, I am better now?
yeah,
And then not only that, you got to look at it this way too. Your job, when you come and complain to me about, like when I was a supervisor, and I can't say this company's name out loud,
okay,
um, Bear Iron and Metal.
okay,
I was a supervisor uh, officially for the company for 4 years, but altogether 7.
okay,
Um, I just have a few years unofficial.
yeah,
Um,
okay,
but I can legitimately say that, I would tell my workers too there, like when they would come and complain to me about this, that, and the third, I would tell them, like, what is your job description? And they'll tell me what it is. Okay. So isn't that part of your job description? You agreed to do this job description.
yeah,
And even if you are picking up the slack from the next person, their problem becomes your problem. So if you have a problem with something, address it before they leave.
exactly,
Come in a little earlier, discuss the situation, take a picture of it. Even if you ain't supposed to, don't. I mean, I hate saying this. If you're not supposed to have your cell phones on the work floor, but you take a
uh huh,
picture of the problem and then you correct the problem and then you just address the person. Don't go to management. Address that person like, hey,
uh
this
huh,
is what was messed up. I fixed it.
yep,
Could you please take the time to not correct the position appropriately? But because your job, one, there are several things. Like say you and I, Travis, right? You're the
yeah,
supervisor. I'm the worker. I do a great job. I do
uh huh,
everything you ask me to do with no complaint. Even if I dislike the job, I still do it because
yep,
I chose to work for you. I chose
yep,
to work for this company. I agreed to the terms. And then you get promoted. There's a position above you that's with a different company, a whole nother company. And you
uh huh,
become an even bigger boss at that company.
yeah,
And then I see there's a job opening. I didn't even know you left us to go to that company.
uh huh,
And I apply for that company for a general position.
okay,
And then you're the person that does the interview and you see me and you're like, hey, I remember you. I have an even better position that is open. It's supposed to be open to only company employees, but because I know you and your work ethics, you're capable of doing it. We're not a union. You know what? I'm gonna give that position to you because I know you're gonna do your best.
yep, yep,
You never know how that could help each other. And I had a coworker there that I absolutely could not stand him.
uh huh,
But you know what? He was a great worker.
yeah,
So therefore, my personal opinion, I never allowed it to cloud my judgment. You know,
yeah,
uh, you got to take your work. Hold on. What, Auntie? Uh, she'll tell me in a second. But yeah.
Be like,
But
Auntie, leave me alone. I'm doing the LLC. Leave me alone.
yeah, pretty much, man. You know it. She don't know it, but you know it.
Yeah, I know.
But
And these other people know it too.
but the thing is we don't have pride no more. We're too like you don't deserve a position. You don't deserve a pay. You earn a pay. You earn a position.
Right.
Nobody deserves it. You got to earn it.
Right.
And the generations now feel they earned it. They feel so entitled, and then if they don't get it, they feel a certain way, and then they don't work as hard or they don't this. But you got to look at it like this: your company is your name. Your name is your company, so do your best. Because when you apply at another job, and this is why I brought up the name Bear Iron and Metal, because it has happened to me personally. I've applied for a job and they're like, "Oh, this is great. You was a supervisor for X amount of years," but I see it was with Bare Iron and Metal. Didn't back in 2014 a guy get crushed to death because your company wasn't following safety procedures?
Mm.
And I see you were a supervisor this time. So was that in your department or I've had this
Uh-huh.
question actually. And this is where I'm saying you got to remember your company's name is your name, so do your best so that that company is highlighted as a great company. Bear is a great company. Don't get it wrong. Hold on, I'll be right back. What, Auntie? All right, I'm back, brother.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All
Um,
right.
actually, hold on one second. Here. Um, Auntie, let me know when you're on your way back home, and I'll go out and help you. All right, I
Oh
apologize
no.
about that,
No,
Mr.
man, that's
Travis.
fine. That's fine.
My auntie's going to get us some dinner here,
Ah.
so
That's not yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So basically when she comes back, we can just end the live stream.
yes, sir. Cause I gotta go eat,
Oh
man.
come on.
I gotta keep my
Oh
physique up.
gosh.
I'm sexy, man. I'm handsome. Not that you're looking. I hope you're not looking, but
No, I'm not I wouldn't do that. That's weird.
I know you're looking at your wife. So, but just like I gotta keep my physique for my wife. I gotta keep my health up for myself and for our future kids. That'll be running around. I gotta keep up with them. And see, hey man, this is something I'm gonna say too. That's another problem with the I feel with a lot of youth of today
Uh-huh.
in our country. They do not they are not health conscious.
I agree.
You know, we us as Americans, we do not. We look at a cheeseburger for $10
Uh-huh.
at a sit down restaurant as being okay.
Yeah.
We look at a salad in America being $10 at a sit down restaurant with a gourmet. You know, like it has fruits in it, it has nuts in it. You know, all that healthy stuff. It has some fish in it or grilled chicken,
Uh-huh.
and we're like, man, that's too much money. You know, it's all about your mindset. That cheeseburger is gonna clog your arteries.
Oh
That
yes.
cheeseburger is gonna make you feel sluggish. That salad is gonna make your body feel great. That
Oh,
salad
absolutely.
is not gonna clog your arteries, but rather improve the circulation in your veins.
Yep.
It's all about a mindset, and it's so crazy that here in America we promote so many unhealthy things. Even something personal I'll share with you. For
Uh-huh.
me is when I was 25, bro. I had to fill out an incident report at work, and I put that. I pronounced that. I pronounced this. So
Uh-huh.
therefore, I spelled it DISDAT. Like that. And my boss is like, "Why did you spell it like this?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? I spelled it properly." No, no, you didn't, Brent. Yeah, I did, sir. How are you gonna tell me I didn't spell something proper when I know I did? And he legitimately pulled out a dictionary, a real dictionary, not one on your phone, but a legitimate physical dictionary, and was like, Brent, look, this is how you spell it. And I was so embarrassed that I did not know how to spell that. I did not know how to spell this. And many other words that I learned that I spelled improperly, I was using the street Ebonics vocabulary,
Uh-huh.
which in the environment I grew up in, that's how we spoke, that's how we wrote. And in high school, middle school, elementary, no instructor ever corrected me. No
Ah.
instructor ever told me that I was improper for English. And I felt that personally the Rockford school system that time failed me. I was one, and the Hananiga school district too, to a degree. But that was great for me because I went from a urban public school to at my third year of high school, I ended up going to a basically, as our Filipino friends would say, a province school, but I went to
Uh-huh.
a town school, and it was the best thing for me educationally, bro.
Mm.
But still, somehow both systems failed me in the fact of correcting my spelling and my vocabulary. And ever since, I've strived to better my English, to better my vocabulary,
Mm.
and so and that's something with you, revealing something about yourself about not finishing high school at that time. Like we said, that's the rest of that story is for another discussion. But
Yeah.
um, even with me, like just because we have certain things that has happened in our life does not mean we are not intelligent. Does not mean we cannot
Exactly.
complete the task at hand. Does not
Exactly.
mean we are not qualified for this position or that
Yep.
position.
Yep. And I've said this before. Your past, no matter what it is, your past does not determine your future.
Correct.
Quit
And one of my
quit
favorite
looking in the rearview mirror, living in the
yes,
past. You need to look
correct.
towards the future. Don't be looking at the rearview mirror. Because basically when you're looking in the
Mm-hmm.
rearview mirror, what are you looking at? I'm looking at things behind me. And you know what?
Have you
If you keep looking at things behind you, you can never see the stuff in front of you.
yeah, it's true. It's true. And not only that, that even falls into mine and your passion of disliking stereotypes.
Yep.
Uh, you know, because you are judging and stereotyping the person because of their past.
Yep.
And have you ever heard of Les Brown?
I don't think so. No.
Les Brown is one of my idols in the
Oh.
motivational world, motivation speaking world. Um, he was legitimately determined to be mentally retarded,
Oh.
like on official documentations,
Uh-huh.
mentally retarded. And yet he became one of the most successful motivational speakers in the world. Um, and it's pretty crazy, bro, because he defeated all odds that was against him. Um, and it's very beautiful, man.
Mm.
Uh, I have to send you one of his links. I would play it on here, but then you would have to put in the description who he is, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you would have to do a lot of things to respect the copyright. So
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's like for me. Like whenever I make my YouTube videos, man, I wanna use my music so bad in my entire iTunes
Mm-hmm.
iTunes, but I can't
Portfolio, yeah.
because it's all copyrighted. I can't do it.
Well, you can use it, but you got to
Yeah.
state the copyrights,
Yeah. It's like you know
and you
what?
got to give them credit because it's like when my wife does her cover songs, right?
Uh huh.
If you look in the description, she has to say whose song it is and everything,
Uh huh.
and so that they get their credit.
Yeah.
I have to tell you more on more of that on a personal level, like when it's just you and I, not in the public's eye,
Yeah.
on that info. But yeah. But anyway, a couple other people or one other person that I wanted to, two really, that I want to say who really motivates me. A couple is Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
Will Smith and Jada Pickett, they're like the ideal couple. Like I really learned, like this is something that I learned on my own, and then was confirmed when I heard them say it. Like I learned this before them, just on my own personal studies, and the fact that they confirmed it just glorified it for me.
Uh huh.
Is when it comes to love, and remember this, audience, you got to choose love,
Yep.
because do not expect your partner to make you happy or to love
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
more, because like with love is a choice. You choose to love their imperfections.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You
Because
choose to love their where they are perfect.
that's right. Because if you think about it, love is both a feeling and an action.
Yes, correct. It is both.
I mean,
Legitimately.
we need the physical love, but also it's also a feeling. I mean, you can feel love for somebody, but if you don't show any
Yeah.
physical act behind it, but then it's useless. That'd be
Yes,
like
correct.
that'd be like that'd be like me telling my fiance, "Oh, you know what? I love you," but then I don't show her any physical affection towards it.
Yeah. And that even rolls into the whole what was I finna say? Oh, I lost my train of thought, brother.
Uh oh. Oh, get it
No,
back. Get it back,
it's like
bro.
you said, it's because I'm getting old, man.
uh
I'm right around the corner from 40.
oh. Uh
I got 4 years before I'm 40.
oh. I got. I say, hold on. 35.
Oh, see, I never answered that question that you asked of me. I'll answer it real fast since we got sidetracked.
Uh oh.
Uh, because you said you and your wife are both the same age, 35.
Uh huh.
Because I said I was 36, and then you distracted me with saying y'all was 35.
Uh
But
huh.
my wife is 27.
Ah. Okay.
For the first half of the year, from January to June, we have an 8-year gap,
Uh huh.
and then from June to December, we have a 9-year gap.
Mm.
So what's crazy is if you look at a lot of Filipinos, like Filipino on Filipino couples,
Uh huh.
on average, they have a 6 to 8 year gap.
Yeah.
which is nuts. I kind of find that funny. But anyway, back to choosing love and love being a feeling and stuff. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like with us being long distance, something that I find more beautiful about a long distance couple versus a conventional couple is the fact that you develop a spiritual and mental connection
Yep.
first before that physical contact. You don't have that physical distraction.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, I can say this, like during this whole, I mean, like you and I, we certainly have this social distancing down pat with uh, with our women that we love,
yes,
because
correct.
me and you and our love, we are more than 6 feet apart.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. We
We're,
7,000 plus.
yeah, there you go.
7,000 miles.
7,000
7,000 miles
miles.
plus.
Yeah, in fact, that's what when I got a message on that. That someone sent them a message and they said that. Well, they said, I'm in a LDR relationship, and they said
Hmm.
okay, and they said, well, I live here in North Carolina, and my lover lives in California, and she's like, that's not a long distance relationship. To them and to me, a long distance relationship has to be over 1,000 miles,
Right.
and you have to be in another country to consider a long distance relationship.
All right, right, right. Continue,
I
brother. Continue.
I mean, come on now. I mean, that would be like me and you living in the same state, and we both have girlfriends, and they live, say 2 hours away. Like, oh yeah, we're in a long distance relationship. No, we're not. We're not in a long distance relationship. We're in a relationship, but it's not a long distance relationship. Long
Okay.
distance relationship, folks. LDR is over 1,000 miles. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
I'm 8,000 plus miles away from my fiance right now. That is long distance. She is
Um,
across the pond. Okay, she's
I
across the
had,
pond.
you just developed, inspired some questions for me to ask real quick.
Go ahead, ask away.
What do you find beautiful yourself in your personal experience and beliefs? Uh, Beautiful about starting your relationship off long distance.
I find it beautiful because I don't have to have a lot of stress as if I had a relationship here in America. Now there is a little bit of stress just because the distance and everything, but that's
Well, on that one though, what do you mean stresses you would have here in America? Like,
I
because
think the stress.
that's kind of broad.
Yeah, I
That's
guess the
kind of broad.
stress if I had a relationship here in America would be the fact that you know uh, trying to I guess prove myself in front of her family and friends,
Hmm.
always be on the watch, the gossip, I guess.
So you feel that if you were to be in a relationship physically here in America, um, they're gonna be more judgmental and
Yeah,
not as accepting you into the family,
yeah,
or your family and her into your family.
yeah. 'Cause now, like I said, when I went
Okay.
over there, her family accepted me like that.
Right.
No questions asked.
And I bet you I can answer the reason why too. And I'm not saying this is or isn't a Filipino thing, but I would love to believe it's because your wife is a great judgment character. She has made great decisions in her life, and
Hmm.
she has proven herself to her family that she is capable of making the right decisions for the right reasons. So therefore, they just supported her off the top, even if some of them disagreed with it
Uh huh.
initially. They accepted it because of her actions. Again, like you said, love, you gotta have action. You gotta have words, and you gotta have feelings. Uh,
Exactly.
like something I can say that irritated me at first. It doesn't anymore, but at first was when people would say here in America, like they would see a photo of my wife, by her on her own,
Uh-huh.
and they would say, "Oh, damn, she is gorgeous, too gorgeous. She's out your league."
Uh-huh. I've
And
had
then
that happen.
once we met in person and we had photos together and everything. So then uh those same people saw the photos of us together and they're like, "Oh wow, you guys actually really compliment each other. You look great together."
Yep.
And it's kind of like they expected, and some of them bluntly said it like, "I expected you guys to look awkward together because I felt she was out your league." Um and that kind of bothered me at first, but then
Uh-huh.
after I prayed and talked to the Lord and everything, I'm just like, it's okay, because one, it's their opinion.
Yep.
Two, at the end of the day, I know this of my wife. Her physical part did attract me. Yes.
Yeah.
She is physically attractive, of course.
Uh-huh.
But you want to know what made her my wife? Outside of the fact it was fate by God, is the
It was
fact that her
it,
character is so
yep.
beautiful. Like her physical looks is ugly as shit compared to her character.
Mm.
Her character is that beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
For me, to me. And a lot of those people that are looking at the quote unquote single photo of my wife, they're just looking at that physical attraction. They don't see the beautiful character that I have came to know. And a lot of them probably don't even care to know that character. Again, that's why she's my wife. Because I care. I care to know her most inner thoughts. I care to support her most inner thoughts. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a big difference because unfortunately here in America we have been taught that looks are the most important thing in a relationship. And in the Philippines, you'll see a lot of Filipino couples that are like both Filipinos, where
Uh-huh.
one of them is like drop dead handsome or drop dead gorgeous, and the other is ugly physically. Why? Because they are taught to love the person for the person. They are not taught to go for the looks.
Right.
And that's something that's so much more beautiful about the Filipino culture. You know, I highly
Yeah.
respect that. And that's the way it should be. You should love the person for the person, not for their looks. You
Yep.
shouldn't you shouldn't be with them for the prize. That's high school talk. You know,
Yeah.
leave that in high school. We're grown folks now,
That's right. That's right. I
and
mean,
that's where
we are
like
grown
with
adults.
yeah, we are. And it's crazy. And I'll say this about a lot of couples is that uh because we could find the same. I mean, I believe in America there is beautiful relationships,
Uh-huh.
and you can find the same kind of love here in America. But at the end of the day, our love was designed by God.
There you go.
It wasn't like I said. I never planned on getting married. I didn't think I'd get married, but the
I
Lord
mean,
said, "Ha ha, Brent. You know what? You and Angie are gonna be married." So,
yep.
and just like with you, bro, like
Yep.
with people doubting you in a relationship with a Filipina that is 7 to 8 thousand miles away,
Uh-huh.
um, that was God's plan, and God's
Yep.
plan is the best plan.
Yep. I
And too
mean,
many folks force their relationships. That's
yep.
why
Or
your relationship is not working because you are forcing your part. Like you're not supporting your partner. Like say
yeah.
they don't like doing something, but you tell them, "Oh, but I do, so you have to come."
Yeah.
What? Don't force your partner, man.
That's right. That's right. You don't force the partner to do something that they don't want to do,
Correct. Or you don't
regardless.
force them to be something they're not.
Yep. I tell people, at the end of the day, you can give me all your opinions and all this stuff, but when the sun
Hmm.
goes down, this is my relationship.
Yeah.
Yep. In fact, there was a good quote on a social media I saw, and I posted it to my Instagram account.
Mm-hmm.
It was, if their name isn't God, then their opinions do not matter, and their thoughts are not necessary. No, 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 and the, and their approval is not needed.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, if their name is not God, then their opinions are not needed, and their thoughts do not matter.
Yes.
Because people try to give me their opinion all day long about my relationship. I go, thank you for your opinion, but at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, you're not God.
Well, may I ask you this? What's something that irritates you that people either stereotype or what people what they disagree with, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think it's still the fact that, well, I, at least for me, I still get the fact that that for her, she's in it for the green card
Mm-hmm.
and for the money, which is not true at all.
Yes.
And the fact that that this relationship is not a real relationship. I've had people tell me that. Some believers say, this relationship isn't real, or the fact that
Well, what have you? What is your response to him?
I just let them finish what they want to say in a very nice way. I say thank you. I
Mm-hmm.
respect your opinion, but at the end of the day, buddy, it's still my relationship. This is not your relationship. You can give me your opinion all day long. I value it,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, it's my relationship.
Right.
Period.
Well, you know, for me personally, well, since my wife and I have gotten married,
Uh huh.
I have not had any strangers or whatever stereotype us because, and I don't correct them to be honest.
Uh huh.
Uh, they automatically think that we got married here or that we met here,
Uh
and
huh.
I don't offer out that information. Not off the bat. Maybe after I get to know them a little bit, but before we were married, and I mean, I still tell people now that we are married that we're in a long distance relationship. We're straightening out her green card like this and like that, and or we're in the process of getting her here. However, I word it different depending on how I feel, the vibes I
Yeah.
get from the individuals. Uh, and then but before that, when we were just girlfriend boyfriend, quote unquote,
Uh huh.
I would get that a lot of times. Like, are you sure she's not just trying to come to America? She
Yep.
doesn't just
Yep.
want the green card?
Yep. That's exactly what
Are
some of
you
my
sure
friends say
she's
to me.
not going to divorce you once she gets here or cheat on you?
That's one of the things that I've got a lot from my friends is that one right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
believe it.
that's yeah. That's one of the biggest ones I've gotten is that one right there.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I would always say, like when they would say that, I'll just put it like this. Well, do you believe in the Lord? And they'll say, yeah, of course I do. I say, okay, just have faith in the fact that this is legitimately love,
Mm-hmm.
that we are meant to be together. Yeah, but faith doesn't work
Ah.
like that. No, but faith does.
Yeah.
If me and my wife truthfully believe the Lord brought us together, we both believe in the Lord,
Yep.
and that was very important to the both of us.
Yeah.
That's also why we had our wedding in a church because we
Yeah.
wanted, our friends and family to witness our marriage in the house of God.
Yep.
Not that a building per se is God's house, but um, still we it was important to us. And then also too, when a lot of people would say that, I would just put it to them like you. I would say, well, I appreciate your opinion, but the fact of the matter is, I love my wife. She loves me because even then I was calling her my wife. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, for me it was, and I showed her, what it's like to have me as a husband from the start, bro. And that's just how I put it. And I wouldn't. I get irritated. So, some people I wouldn't even say that we have or have not met. I would just say, yeah, my wife, she's in Saudi Arabia right now.
Hmm.
Or my fiance, she's in Saudi Arabia right now. You know,
Yeah.
she's a traveling nurse because I mean, essentially that's what she is. OFW, traveling nurse.
Yeah.
Her profession is nursing, so she's in another country abroad. She's not even in her legitimate country, but people still judged it. People still, you know, I just kind of whatever. That's your opinion. Cool. You feel that way? Great. Is
Yep.
there situations truthfully like that? Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some Americans have experienced a ugly Filipina.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
unfortunately, some Filipinos have experienced a ugly American.
Yep.
Um, but at the end of the day, I know what it is between my wife and I. That's why she's
Yep.
my wife. And not only that, since we got married, when I say my wife is in the Philippines, they don't even question why she's in the Philippines. They just
Yep.
say, "Oh, that sucks. I hope she gets to come home soon." I hate this COVID. I kind of just leave it at that, bro. Like I
Yep.
don't give them the details. I don't offer them the details because I know if I offer them the details, they're gonna have a strong opinion like this or like that that is negative, and I'm not allowing negativity in my circle.
Yep.
Negativity gets zapped like the bug, like
The
you
bug
know.
zapper. Bzoom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like with my ex friend, when I said that that me and my fiance met online, or future wife
Hmm.
or wife, he
Yeah.
goes, "Oh no, God, God doesn't. He doesn't work through. He doesn't work through social media." I'm going, "Excuse me, are you God? He can make people come together with with through social media and without.
Yeah. Yeah.
So boo. So beat that."
That is the Almighty powerful, bro. God mysterious ways we
That's
will
right.
never understand. Yeah.
And yeah,
Can you hear me? Okay. Just making sure because I took the mic out. So
yeah. I think I'll take mine out too. Hold on.
I think my auntie's here. Um.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah. My auntie is here,
All
brother.
right, man. We can talk later.
Yes, sir. It's been real, man.
All right, it's been
It's
real.
been real,
It's
Mr.
been real.
Travis.
See you later.
Yeah, buddy. Hey,
Bye.
real quick,
Peace.
all the followers and anybody who watches this LS, please get connected to Mr. Travis. Please get connected to Brent and Angie.
Yes.
And just know if you're in a long distance relationship,
Yes.
LDR wins. LDR is real. Fight for love because with true,
That's right.
genuine love, love wins.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Great way to sign off, man.
All right.
Peace.
Doses.
Deuces.